The woman stared at the road rage driver, who had been tailing her all day. She decided it was time to fight back. Grabbing a tool from her car, she stepped out and slowly approached him. She shouted at him, trying to intimidate him. But when the truck driver saw the tool in her hand, he didn't dare confront her head-on. Frustrated, she threw the axe she was holding toward his truck. That's when the driver started his revenge. The woman carefully maneuvered around the vehicles, but in the next moment, she was tackled to the ground. Her knife slipped from her hand and fell. In her panic, she grabbed a nearby tool and managed to stab the truck driver. Wounded, the driver retreated to his truck while the woman scrambled back into her own car. She started the engine and sped away, trying to put as much distance as possible between her and the truck. However, after being stalked all day, she knew it wouldn't be easy to lose him. Desperate, she smashed her car's lights and buried her vehicle in the snow to hide it. Time passed, and soon the rumble of the truck echoed down the road. Sitting in her car, she prayed not to be found. Just as she thought the truck had driven past, it suddenly stopped. It turned out one of her broken lights was still flickering faintly, giving away her position. Terrified, she started her car and sped off in the opposite direction. The truck, cumbersome to turn, bought her precious seconds to escape. Yet the day's relentless ordeal had pushed her to the brink of despair. She was overwhelmed by the thought of her dying mother, waiting for her to return home. In the midst of her hopelessness, she remembered a place nearby. From her childhood, as the distant glow of the truck's headlights drew closer, she began to think about her advantage. An idea formed in her mind, and determination lit up her eyes. She decided to lead the truck off the main road into a remote area. It was a gamble, but she was sure the maniac would follow her. Stopping at a fork, she watched as the truck hesitated, then took the same turn she did. The woman scanned the terrain, trying to recall a specific spot. She picked up speed, and the truck followed even closer. At the perfect moment, she opened her car door, grabbed her dog, and jumped out. The truck barreled into her parked car. Unaware, it had driven onto an icy surface. Ice, unable to bear the truck's weight, began to crack under it. Every small movement caused the truck to sink deeper. Then, right before her eyes, the truck's headlights disappeared. She cheered her victory, then broke down in tears. Walking through the snowy landscape, the only tracks were hers and her dog's. After what felt like forever, she finally reached her home and saw her mother one last time.